All right, guys. So this video is about how to not give up in sales. Giving up in sales is something that is very common, unfortunately, and it's difficult sometimes to stay in sales. It's very difficult. As a sales rep, we sometimes get a bad rap because people think, well, you're in sales, you're not a professional, you know. So you get the hate from the public in a lot of different sectors. I know when I worked in car sales, just the genuine like distrust, like this just straight up like general distrust of like people that sold cars. They just assumed when they saw, oh, it's a car salesman, he's a shady guy. They just assumed it right off the bat. And I think that's part of the reason why, you can make so much money in car sales because it's such a demanding job and it's such an emotionally draining job. You do well, your coworkers hate you. you know, they say, "Oh, John's getting all the cars this week. Oh shit, fuck that guy." And then if you do bad, you're a loser. You're not making any money. You don't have any cash in your bank. You can't take your girl out for a date. That's not good. Your manager's hounding you. Andrew, you need to, hit the pavement, man. Get going. Get out there. Get in that lot. So I've done it. I've done it. I've seen it. I've experienced it. It's not easy. It is not easy. Another thing in sales is, I mean, even if you're on the phone, over the phone, you'll hit dry periods where in any sales industry, you'll hit a dry spell where it seems like no matter what you do, you can't close the deal. No matter what you fucking do, you cannot close the deal. You're like, fuck. I'm the worst salesman ever. I'm complete trash. No money, no commissions. Can't seem to get anything closed. Those are the moments where you got to really go back to yourself and like zen and think about like why are you in this industry? Like, are you in this industry because you're not a risk taker? Or are you in this industry because you are a risk taker? You know, most of us got into this industry because we realized like, hey, we enjoy risk. And it's not even the idea of being able to sell something that makes salespeople happy. It's like the actual feeling of not knowing how much you're going to make that week, that month, that year. That element of surprise, it's a gamble. But that's what keeps salesmen hungry. That's what keeps us engaged in our jobs. Most people go to a regular job. It's not sales. They start their day. They clock in. They're not mentally engaged. When I say salespeople, give 1,000%. They really do. There's there's no beating around the bush about that. What they do, what they have to go through on a daily basis, the amount of dedication it takes to be able to close things up, especially in this economy in 2026. I mean, we have to be relentless when it comes to our personal drive. And I think that now, if you're just now starting in sales in 2026, uh, you're in a market where things are really, really bad. And that's the thing. Everybody that is looking for a sales job in the beginning, they were just looking for a regular job. I don't think there's anyone specifically said, I want to go in sales and just made it happen. A lot of people stumble into it and then they realize, wait, this either is going to really work for me or it really won't. But if you've had a significant amount of sales experience and you've been through the economic cycles, you have to sometimes give yourself some credit for just being in there and just showing up and just giving it your best every day. Even if the commission's not panning out the way you want it to, even if the money's not coming out the way you want it to, because you're still getting better. There is value in that as a sales rep. There is value in us going out there, giving 1,000%, investing into our own personal improvement. Because if we can survive in an economic environment like we're dealing with now, like 2026, I think that we have the ability to survive anything. 2020, everybody could have been a sales rep. You have to agree with that, right? I mean, it was that kind of environment where after the COVID lockdown was kind of over, people started getting all this credit, all this money was sloshed around. It just made sense. Like you could jump into a sales job, you could go to a car dealership like self checkout, man. Like you're just like, all right, Jennifer, you're approved for your loan. It's 3%. The payment is $300 a month. There's your brand new car keys. Have a great day. That was it. Like, that was literally how easy it was. But that was back in the day. Things have shifted. Things are not going to go back to that as far as I can tell. But we will see another boom cycle because there's always a progression and then a recession and then progression and recession. So being a sales rep, not giving up, consists of you being able to maintain your baseline and maintain your baseline as far as emotionality goes. Don't let yourself get too high when you hit or exceed your quota. When you have a great season, great month, great week, don't let yourself get too high, because the higher you go, the longer the fall is and the more painful the drop is, right? So if you have a great week, you make 10,000 in 3 days, hey, congrats to you, man. You make 20 grand, 30 grand in 3 days, congrats to you, bro. Like, it's great. Go treat yourself, go out to a nice steak dinner, but don't go blow the money, bro. Don't go blow the money, because there's no guarantee that there's that coming in the future. And you should know that it's about sales. If you're new in sales and you've had a great commission week, you might think this is forever. It's not, brother. It's not. So please pace yourself. Please put a little bit of that money into savings if you got a surplus of cash. That way, when times do get lean, you've got that money to reach back out and to say, hey, I've got this money in savings I'll take out. That's what you need, So, as well, when you have a bad week, don't let that get to you. Don't let that ruin your emotionality, because you could suddenly have a good winning streak right after that. I mean, you could end up getting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sales. You could end up getting thousands of dollars in revenue and commissions. That could all happen within a short streak, and it could break that down period you've had. But see, if you're not ready, if you're not up for the challenge, if you're not showing up every day giving 100%, if the system has drained you, you're showing up every day at the end of 5, 6, 7 days, no sales, you're just like, oh, you could be talking to the client that's going to change it all for you, change it all. But you miss opportunity, because when you went to that client's door, when you talked to them on the phone, you sound burned out, you sound tired, you sound exhausted. That is going to cause you to lose, even when you should be able to win. So shift that mindset and don't give up. Don't give up, man. Sales is a crazy game. Look at what you've made over the last 12 months. If you've been in sales, look at what you would make as a customer service rep, right? Like, do the comparison. And if you're not making what a customer service rep would make, then yeah, maybe go back to customer service, man. So maybe it's not for you. But if you're just having a bad week, look at the month, look at the year, look at the quarter. Have those broader scale numbers so you can look at longer term goals and say, hey, last quarter I made this, last 6 months I made this, last year I made this. I'm on target to make X amount if I just keep going, just keep showing up. That way you got that peace of mind. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.